Christine, 107 Mount Airy Avenue. I'm the team leader of Bethlehem Backyards for Wildlife. Bethlehem Backyards for Wildlife, as you heard, is a subcommittee of the EAC, a group of 6 volunteers, Rosanna Mono, myself, Jane Cook, Suzanne Drake, Christy Royston, and Ilsa Stoll. We're all Bethlehem residents dedicated to the greening of our city. Our mission is to work with the city of Bethlehem to support biodiversity and minimize negative environmental impacts by encouraging city residents, schools, businesses, and other organizations to implement wildlife-friendly and sustainable gardening practices. Our first project after forming in 2008 was to certify Bethlehem as a National Wildlife Federation community wildlife habitat. Bethlehem registered with National Wildlife Federation in 2009 and became certified in 2012. Bethlehem Backyards for Wildlife fulfills requirements to recertify every year. These requirements include maintaining a website, which we do through a free Facebook page, conduct educational events, participate in community service, and increase National Wildlife Federation certified spaces within the city. We currently have more than 250 Bethlehem residences who are registered as National Wildlife Federation habitats. In addition, there are 5 schools, Calypso and Buchanan Elementary Schools, East Hills Middle School, Freedom High School, and Lehigh University. Public spaces that are certified are Sand Island Native Plant Preserve, the Meadow on the Greenway, the Arts Quest Butterfly Garden, the Miller's House Garden, and the Ilix Mill Native Garden. Parks that are certified in the city include Friendship Park, Sand Island Children's Garden, Westside Community Garden, Bethlehem Sculpture Garden, Bethlehem Public Library Garden, the Ilix Mill Nature Area and Trail, and Saucon Park. All these habitats require certain things from the National Wildlife Federation. They have to provide food, water, shelter, and a place to raise young for wildlife, and they have to implement sustainable gardening practices. Volunteers with Bethlehem Backyard for Wildlife maintain 4 native plant demonstration gardens within the city: the Meadow on the Greenway, Sand Island Native Plant Preserve, the Hoover Mason Trestle Gardens, and the newly formed Rose Garden Pollinator Gardens. In 2019, we clocked more than 200 volunteer hours in maintenance of these gardens, including planting, weeding, mulching, pruning, path maintenance, and litter removal. Some of our projects from 2019 include helping to host the Spring Native Plant Sale at the Unitarian Universalist Church. We assisted our city forester, Cindy Smith, with planning and implementing Arbor Day at the Rose Garden. We planted native trees at the Christopher Columbus Monument. We provided display tables and children's nature activities at fairs and festivals throughout the city, including the Monocacy Park Day, Bethlehem Food Co-op Artisan Fair, and the Moravian College Health Fair. We designed 2 new Rose Garden Pollinator Gardens, obtained funding, and purchased plants, organized volunteers to create the gardens at the 8th Avenue entrance to the Rose Garden. We sponsored our 2nd Bethlehem Nature Photo Contest, awarding prizes which were donated from Edge of the Woods Native Plant Nursery, Jumbar's Restaurant, Jenny's Kowali Restaurant, and the Bethlehem Dairy Store. The photos were displayed in the public library in October and November. We researched and reviewed climate action plans of other National Wildlife Federation certified communities with the intention of providing input to the Bethlehem Climate Action Plan consultant with the desire to make sure green infrastructure was addressed. Finally, we partnered with the city, and specifically with Darlene Heller and Cindy Smith, and MANA, the Mount Airy Neighborhood Association, to obtain a DCNR grant of $210,000 for improvements to the Rose Garden Park. Working with the city and volunteer organizations to implement this grant will be our major focus in 2020. Thank you.